Just like in the States, there's malls and craft shops. There's occasional tagging, just like you'd get in any big city in the U.S. And look down the side streets. Most of the roads in downtown Asuncion are one way. In downtown Asuncion, you'll see quite a few policemen. You feel very safe walking around here. There's policemen typically on every block. There's a lot of active patrols. They use motorcycles, cars, and trucks. If anybody were to commit a crime down here, you would be unlikely to get more than half a block before they caught you. All the banks have armed security, although they don't have a crime problem. Perhaps that's because one of the reasons they don't have a crime problem is they're very serious about security down in downtown business district. We're starting to get into the street vendor area. The Paraguayans eat quite a bit of bread, pasta, a lot of carbohydrates in the diet. Hola. There are 3 or 4 major parks in downtown Asuncion. People tend to gather, especially at night. You'll see families out playing after it gets dark and cools off a little bit. There's food carts and vendors selling everything from shirts to sunglasses to food. High-end perfume stores, you'll find those here as well. Most of the, not most, but many of the chain stores are here. Many of the stores are very upscale, typical of what you might even see in downtown Chicago or New York. There are many banks. It's easy to exchange currency here. There's a bank on almost every block. In the next block, there are actually a McDonald's and a Burger King. I've seen a TGI Fridays here. The Paraguayans tend to come out pretty extensively, especially on Friday nights. You'll see them hanging out with their friends long term. When you're dining in a restaurant here, they actually have buttons to call for service or to ask for the bill. They don't bother you. If you want to sit and chat, you can stay as long as you want. There's never any pressure to leave. You'll find many food choices here. Armed security around the banks, very typical. You'll see lots of armored cars in the area. They move a lot of cash, it appears. There's some very nice hotels. The Hotel Chaca where we're staying is kind of a mid-level hotel for Paraguay. It's clean, it's neat, it's reasonably priced. We get a rate of about $65 to $75 a night. There are upscale hotels here that go from $100 to $180 or more an evening. We are on Palma Street in downtown Asuncion. There's your McDonald's. The Paraguayan people are actually very friendly. A lot of smiles. They're very open and easy people to speak with. Most of them do not speak English. It's pretty rare to actually find somebody who speaks fluent English. Many of them speak a few words, and if you make an attempt to speak a little bit in Espanol, they are very appreciative. So as you can see, it's a very comfortable street scene. When you park in downtown Asuncion, they actually have people who come up to your car and give you little tickets, and you pay them when you're done parking. One thing I would not recommend for people who are new here is renting a car until you get a little bit of a feeling for how things work here and the rules of the road. In many cases, when people drive into an intersection that's uncontrolled, they simply beep their horn and keep on going. So you do need to be very cautious. You hear lots of music downtown. A lot of the buildings are beautiful old craftsmanship. They have several malls in the area. The Hotel Chaca. Other malls are a little different than what you might find in the US. A little bit smaller, a little bit more confined, not quite as open. But all the things that you would possibly need. There's another international food landmark, Burger King. There's Pizza Hut. Starbucks does not seem to have made a huge inroad here. I've only seen one in more than a week. when you're walking on the sidewalks in Asuncion, especially on the side streets, you want to be careful. In many places, people have stolen the metal covers for the water mains, and it's possible to fall in and actually twist an ankle or trip or fall.